Hey, everyone. Welcome. So they gave us a little bit to work with this episode. Okay. We had a lot of stuff happen and I'm ready to talk about it because I got a few people to drag this episode. This was a lot. But I won't be dragging people by myself. I have a couple people with me backstage. I'm gonna bring up Tamika first. Tamika's Den. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How's everybody?
How you feel
Ready to
about this
talk?
episode? Did you like this episode? Were you feeling it?
Some parts I was here for. Some parts I just still want to curse people out. I just still was like, if it was giving me rinse and repeat. But I guess we'll get into it more.
Mm,
Yeah.
we sure will. And not only that, we got EJ backstage. EJ, how you doing?
Muted. Good. Hey y'all. What's up?
How'd you
How's it
feel about this
going?
episode?
Well, it was given a little some. It was a few it was some interesting things that occurred. I like the way it ended, to be honest. It had me on my toes. I was like, oh hell, what's going
Now
on?
that yeah, now they want to ramp it up towards the end because y'all, there's only 5 episodes left of Handmaid's Tale. Period. Like after these last 5, it's a wrap. So they gonna have to get it moving. We got to wrap this thing up in 5 episodes. And if you all are new here, give us a thumbs up, push us out in the algorithm, and make sure you hit subscribe on Slice of Horror, Tamika's Den, and the TV Junkie. Okay, sub to everybody. Good content on all channels. But y'all, we're gonna jump right in to this episode because I we got 5 left. I need them. We got stuff to do. Okay, we got stuff to do, and I appreciate some, and I see the conversation, and see when people start having conversations towards the end, that lets me know everybody's not gonna make it. So they try to give everybody their little screen time before everybody gets killed off. I get that, but with that being said, let's bring on some more action, adventure, all of the good stuff. But before we get into the episode, I got to start off with a little foolishness. Y'all know how I do. So I call this team delusional. And I want to know from you ladies and everyone in the chat, who is the most delusional out of this crew of people? Okay. We got Serena Joy, who thinks that she hears the word of God, but all of the things that she's has been doing, God ain't tell her to do none of that stuff. God ain't tell you to try to take nobody else's baby. God ain't tell you to have no handmaids in your house. God ain't tell you to all this plotting and scheming. God ain't tell you to hold right up the draft about Gilead. He didn't tell you to do all of that. But she thinks that she's fulfilling some kind of prophecy. Now, for those who watch House of Dragon, and I love Rhaenyra. First of all, I just want to say I'm Team Targaryen. I'm Team Black, Team Dragon. I'm here for it. I love Rhaenyra. But now you know damn well them children was not Laenor.
Okay.
And you got Buddy sliced up for telling the truth. You know that them wasn't no damn Laenor's kids, okay? And we passing them off and just lying through generations. The kids know that that ain't their dad for real. Everybody know we still passing it through. And then for my found people, we have Sir, Gabrielle is not your family. That is not That is not your Gabrielle. That is not your family friend. That's not what we're doing here. Y'all drop down in the comments if you are here and tell us out of these 3 people who is the most Delulu. Tamika, I'm gonna start with you. From this crew, who is the most Delulu? And should I have added somebody onto this? Who's missing?
Oh God, this is hard. I wasn't expecting this combination, but I think Sir still takes it from me.
Because
Sir
Sir be in the
definitely,
bushes.
yes, he has all of the audacity.
Okay, Tamika got Sir. Y'all drop in the comments who out of this panel of people is the most Delulu. EJ, who is the most Delulu, and What I have added
Oh,
to the
that's a good one.
This was my top 3.
Listen, this is a great top 3. It really, really is. And I love Rhaenyra too, but I can't put her at the top of this. She was just doing what she had to do. She said they was born of royal blood, so listen, they royalty, right? Regardless. But I'm gonna have to give it to Sir because why, sir? Why? Like every single time he believes every single word of what he says. But if I had to add one more person to the mix, I'm adding Joe because Joe is got to be the next most delusional person I know. Next to Sir is Sir Joe. Serena, then I go with Rhaenyra. But them some Delulu folks. They really, really think that they doing the Lord's work. Seriously.
Are you right? Because Joe really be thinking he be doing the right thing sometimes. I had to save her. I had to take him out. He had to go. If you would have left them people alone, no, they didn't. They was living their life. These people was living their life before you came out here. Okay. I had to start with the because I'm watching this. I'm like, Serena is delusional. Like, I know y'all seeing this, but she wasn't the only one. So I said, you know what? Let me put together a crew of all you TV watchers. Drop down in the comments who y'all got on the most delusional out of these few and who should have been added to the list. But jumping into the episode, we're gonna start with Operation Mayday. Anytime I see Luke, I'm just like, if he is involved in the plan, it's not gonna work. I just if he pops up, I'm automatically like, it's not gonna go how it's supposed to. EJ, did you feel at the beginning of this episode that everything was gonna run smoothly?
Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. No, there was no way. I've been rooting for Luke just to be rooting for him because I don't want to be that person that said I didn't have no kind of faith in Luke, even though I don't. But I want to support him. He trying, he out here doing this thing. But I was like, this is not gonna work. What is gonna happen? And I think even June has she has no trust in it. She's just doing it because at this point, because she feels like she has no choice. Even she said that this isn't going to work. I think she said it like 3 times that episode. Like, it's not going to work. We know this is not going to work. And we know that this is not, Luke, bruh, stay at the house and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be positive. But we here for it, though. That's too much information. We here for it, though. We gonna see. Yeah, Luke, this is destined to fail for real. Like Mayday, I like what they're trying to do. I get it, but this is going to have a horrible, tragic ending. A lot of these people are not gonna make it, and some of them are gonna be people that we've went through this whole entire ride with. And I'm sorry, Luke, but you gonna be gone.
Sorry. For sure. Absolutely. Tamika, did you have any faith in this plan watching the beginning? Everybody's gearing up to go and take out the commanders and everybody's getting their attire ready, packing things up, hugging each other. Did you have faith that we're like, yeah, we're going to do it this time?
Absolutely not. I think we all was calling it last week when we was up here, and to me, this episode set up a lot of the things that we said was gonna happen. It just made me feel like, yeah, I didn't want to be right, but I feel like we right. I feel like that's the direction we going, and something had to go wrong. It just wasn't gonna be that kind of day. Mayday was not having a good day. Luke tried, but we told him to stay back at the house, make the bones and stuff at the house, and that's it. Don't go out in the streets.
Exactly. They should just. But I guess they said you're gonna have to learn on your own because he's not listening at this point. Just learn on your own in that case, Luke. Y'all, she's not gonna change. At this point, she's about to be captain of the delusional club because Aunt Lydia is telling her, I know Commander Wharton is courting you. Or how the old folks say, y'all out here courting. I see you dancing in the middle of the street, in the park and whatnot, getting flowers. Look at this. But what about these handmaids? And Serena's like, huh? She's like, yeah, they suffered under your household. by your deceased husband, and you were there, and you knew. What you gonna do to reckon with that? And she put it back on Aunt Lydia, like, oh, but you too. I mean, and Lydia's like, I mean, I know what I did, but do you know what you did since you trying to be the leader of New Bethlehem and this new fertility clinic? Have you reckoned with what you did? And Serena Joy is brushing it off, as she always does, because in her mind, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing wrong. EJ, what you think about Serena Joy here? Did you have any faith that she was going to be a different person in New Bethlehem?
Of course not. Serena Joy is for the streets, for real. I've never liked this character. I've disdained this character for a long time. There have been moments where I had like a pitter patter of like a slither of, oh, but that was it. Like just, oh, and then, but you deserved it type of thing is what I backdoored with every single time. Serena Joy really believes this Gilead stuff. She just wants it to be a little bit different now that she's in a situation. Now that she's no longer in that line of how Gilead kind of works, and she's seeing that there's some things that maybe we shouldn't have went this far with it, just enough to where it fits me. Like that's what Serena Joy is. Like she want to be able to read. She don't want to be losing no more pinky fingers. She want to be able to have a kid and maybe or maybe not have a husband. Like she want to be able to have these type of freedoms, but she also really, really rocks with the way that Gilead comes up with this weird religious type of situation that they make everything so like they justify everything with, oh, this because of this. Like it's everything is a justification. So on one hand, while I do believe that Serena Joy understands, believes, and knows that what goes on in Gilead is wrong, I think that she wants New Bethlehem to be what she originally thought Gilead was probably going to be, but they just went extreme with it, if you know what I mean. Like I think that they went further than what she thought it was going to be. In real, I think that's really how it all happened. Like the men took over. She may have created that manifesto, but the men took over and said, hey, we gonna do what we want to do. So I think that she's really just living in this delusional world that it can work, and she wants to be at the head of it. She thinks that she can really bring this to life. And the way she tried to throw it back on Aunt Lydia. If I was Aunt Lydia, I would have been like, nah, like, because Aunt Lydia is only doing what y'all created, what y'all told her to do. Like, that's why she's doing this. But deep down inside, I really feel like she low-key cares about these girls more than anybody else.
And Serena she thinks that she's above the handmaids. Mm-hmm. She thinks she's above of the other women. She believes she has like the same pull as the men in Gilead, but she finna learn the lesson the hard way. Tamika?
This scene irked the hell out of me. I don't give a damn about Serena or Aunt Lydia. I feel like both of them was giving me the Lulu. They was giving me the Spider-Man meme where you pointing the fingers back and forth at each other. My grandmother used to say you pointing one finger forward, three coming back. Listen, I didn't mind Aunt Lydia reading her down and making her remember, giving her that reminder. Like, do you remember the time, girl? This all started with you. Okay? You were supposed to be in charge. This was happening underneath you. But however come, I was like, Lydia, girl, we ain't gonna act like, it's just killing me how everybody seems to be as if they did not go through these events and they weren't there and they didn't see them themselves and they wasn't a part of it. Everybody's got this cloud going on that I'm so confused with. Like, we having this awakening all of a sudden now. But I guess she felt like Serena wasn't having no awakening with her at the same speed, like she was about to go into another fantasy world because she's wrapped up in this commander and what she thinks that's about to be. And she's definitely wrapped up into what she thinks this new Bethlehem, Gilead, whatever's gonna be, but it ain't gonna be that, girl. We already know everything you think about is gonna crumble as it should. I'm not even mad at it.
Exactly. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna have another team delusional next time, and somewhere between Aunt Lydia and Luke and Lawrence, somebody gonna be on it next time. Because yes, Serena is not the only delusional person here.
Oh Lord.
Mr. Uncooked Chicken here. If you're gonna be a silent assassin, sir, you make sure they're dead. You gotta make sure they gone. Okay. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. Before you walked away and hopped in that car, okay, just because you so quick to be the hero and you want to pop people off, you need to make sure that they are absolutely put in the ground. And he take his behind up to the hospital, walk in, walk out. At this point, we don't know what he's gonna do. I guess, next week on Dragon Ball Z, we'll find out. We'll see. EJ, how do you feel about Nick? Do you feel like he's gonna let Buddy slide, or is he gonna go back in there and do what he should have did the first time?
Listen, first I'm disappointed that Nick didn't get this right, bro. All you had to do was pop him right square dead right here, and that's it. Like you already, first of all, you already got the jump on him, right? So now all you have to do is just take him out. Like, why didn't you take him out? And he has no choice but to take this dude out. Dude is gonna remember eventually. It sounds like he talking dribble right now, but he's going to remember, and that's going to mess him up in Gilead. Now, in Gilead, there is no survival from this. This is going to be the ultimate betrayal. So I feel like he has no choice but to do it. But Nick is another Delulu. I think, like you said, everybody is delusional, but he's another one that is completely living in this world, thinking that he can play both sides of the fence, thinking that he can really have one foot in this world and another foot in that world. It's just not going to work. You're going to get found out eventually. And this stuff is eventually going to get to you. And you can't keep doing all of this killing and it not get to you at some point. Like, there's going to be a breaking point. Sorry, Nick. But he's going to take him out.
Yeah, because I don't trust Commander Wharton at all, and he'll do whatever it is to save his daughter and his grandchild and whatever he want to do. Like, Nick is playing a very dangerous game. I think he's playing a dangerous game. Tamika, you think Nick is gonna do what needs to be done, or is he gonna let Buddy walk?
Yeah, I think he don't have no choice. I think he wanted to, like he was trying to fill it out and see, though, does he remember me? Just the fact that the heart rate got faster, even though we was talking about where my dog at. We cannot take no chance with that. But I feel like Amanda ain't dumb. He already ahead of it. I'm telling you, I feel like this man is playing in everybody's face. Okay, just waiting to see what they're gonna do and giving them enough rope to hang themselves. Because some people was saying like once Nick does it, if he did do it, that was gonna give Commander the green light, and I think Commander already got the green light. Okay, he just was waiting, like, what you gonna do? I could be wrong, but that's what I feel. And yeah, he had to go regardless. Unfortunately, he was just a casualty of war.
And Nick, you should have did it the first time. Okay,
Yeah.
you're being sloppy. Because I promise you, when they get Nick, they letting all this stuff pile up. They're letting it pile up. So when they get him, he's not going to be able to talk his way out of it. They're going to say, oh, no, but what about this? Oh, no, but what about this? Because you remember now, the commanders have eyes.
Exactly.
And Nick should know because he used to be an eye.
Mm-hmm.
They have eyes. And when they get him, it ain't going to be no mercy. They're going to strike hard and strike fast. I'm telling you.
Yep.
My girl, Janine. I feel bad for Janine. Janine has had a hard life. She had a hard life. And I know she was glad to see some familiar faces in there. And it gives her hope to know that although she's always getting the short end of the stick, that there are people who still care and are avidly working to get her up out of there and to save not only her but the other handmaids and the Marthas that are there. That it's just like, we know you have it hard, we know it, and we're trying. Like, even when you can't see us behind the scenes, Mayday is still working. We're still trying to save everybody. And I think that gave her a little bit more flicker of hope than what she's had before. Tamika, what do you think?
Absolutely. She lit right up. We seen how she been looking since she came back. Our poor girl done been through it and she just be like, oh, whatever. But honey, she had a little pep in her step. She recognized them immediately. She was like, wait a minute, y'all up in here? Like, let's go. What we doing? And that was the Janine that we remember and love. But y'all already know I don't feel like it's going to be a happy ending for Janine. But she said she down for whatever. Like, and that I'd rather that. Even if she is going to go, I'd rather that, like I said, she go out on her own terms and she takes some MFers with her. Like, let's do it. If that's what's going to happen.
That's all I ask, is that if she gotta go, she takes some people down with her. Take some people down with her. Before I get to EJ, I want to shout out everybody that is in the chat. If you are here, we see y'all. We see y'all. It's about 15 of y'all in here. Say hey, say what's up. Drop us a comment and hit the like button. If you are here and you have not hit like on all channels, go ahead and do that now. EJ, how do you feel about Janine? Do you think that they gave her a little bit of hope?
First of all, every time I see Janine, I'll be like, girl, you was still giving, even though we know you going through it. Because, girl, why is you just so fine like this? This red hair, she just be doing it. That's why old boy is so caught up. Because, listen, Janine say what I'm going to do is serve a few looks, okay, she's doing it with this patch. But I think Janine is going to be gone. I think this is going to be another one of our beloved characters that we're going to see sacrifice herself for the other women, because she's grown such a bond with them, the way she wants to protect them. And I think that the bond that Aunt Lydia has with her, like, she's going to lose. Aunt Lydia, something is going to happen to make Aunt Lydia have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, Aunt Lydia is going to flip on them at some point, but there has to be something that is going to make it happen. And I think that this is going to be it. Like, Janine she done been through the colony. She done been through the Handmaid. She done lost the eye. She done darn near been stoned to death. Like, she done been through a whole lot. I don't see the happy ending for Janine, although I would love to see it. But this character is way too happy. She's super charismatic. And I don't think that type of character makes it in this world of Gilead and where we're at the Handmaid's Tale. Somebody has to be an ultimate sacrifice. And I think she's going to sacrifice herself. And that's going to activate Aunt Lydia.
I like that. I like that theory, because I feel like Aunt Lydia is like halfway there, because she has bought into the system of what the handmaids do. Because they've talked her into saying that the ceremony is for the greater good to populate the planet, but they don't need that anymore. But she never agreed to the commanders messing. She didn't know anything about the Jezebels. She didn't know that they was messing with the girls outside of that ceremony. Like, she didn't agree to like none of that part. She didn't sign up for that. And the more she see the ugliness that they're doing and that they're covering it up with religion, she's seeing that everything that they've been preaching to her is false. And it might take Janine to get her all the way there. Let me tell y'all, ain't this commander name, ain't this Bell, his sleazy ass. With this, the one I said, when he need to go slow, okay? I don't need this execution to be fast, okay? He needs to go through some things before he makes it to the end, because this is a sleazy slime ball if there ever was one. He be picking at Janine for no reason. Like, he stay on her top. Get away from her. He is sick and disgusting is what he is. And he feels like women are just at his service. Like, they have no other purpose than for his perversion. And not only is he sleazy towards women, they don't give a damn about Commander Lawrence, because Janine set that up real nice, especially knowing that Lawrence is raising technically her daughter. It's like, I want you to see what your little buddies are saying behind your back. I want y'all to see them. I want you to see these people for who they really are. And what we're learning here is that they want to get rid of Lawrence, because New Bethlehem, and just like we said last week, that town ain't going to be what it is. They want that to be Gilead. And for that to happen, they're going to have to get rid of Lawrence, because all of this is just a whole facade to, like I said, get all the people back, get all the refugees to come back, and they're going to flip it on them. And that's exactly what they are planning and plotting to do. EJ?
Listen, I've been saying this from the beginning. I don't trust these folks. I don't know why anybody would come back here. They couldn't have paid me to come back here. I don't give a darn about y'all not wanting me over wherever I'm at. I would have found my way to Hawaii, Alaska, wherever the rest of the folks is. I would have found my way there. I would have had to get up out of Canada because Canada tripping, because Canada gonna be Gilead soon. But I would have found my way down to Alaska and called it a day. There's no way I'm staying here. There's no way I'm believing you, because once again, this is how this started. This started with the little bitty things. This didn't happen overnight. They just didn't flip the switch and the world changed. No, they put in little things, taking away little freedoms bit by bit by bit, till they got to a freaking Gilead, till they went all the way full on nuclear. That's how New Bethlehem is starting. They're just doing it in reverse. This time we're taking away the bad things little by little by little, making you feel safe and comfortable, like you can come back and it's going to be this and it's going to be that and you're going to have all these freedoms. Those men don't want that. They want the power and the control. You got these crazy people, these people who are, I'm gonna call them weirdos. I want to call them something else, but I'm gonna call them weirdos. You got these weirdo people in there who are into all of these weird things. They're hypocrites to the 10th power. They're super hypocrites, saying one thing but doing another thing. It's all about power. They want a world that they can run, where it's only a few people that's running everything, and they get to be at the top of the food chain, treating people however they want to treat them, like non-humans, specifically women. And I just feel like anybody who bought into the fact that this was going to change, they was crazy. And that's why I was looking at Rita with the side eye, like, girl, no, go somewhere else, anywhere else. Do not believe this. And I'm looking at Serena Joy, like, these men, you were married to one of these men, and now you out here trying to fall for one of them because he got this facade, but you know who these people are. Why would you even come back? Why would you believe this? The first thing they're gonna do is make you a handmaid. If you don't accept this marriage, well, this is gonna be a hot mess anyway. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, this is stupid. I would never come back. And I saw this coming a mile away. Nobody respects Commander Lawrence because he's not like them. He's trying to pretend like he can do it, but they know that he's not like them, and they never wanted this. This is all for trade, and so that the world will stop and say, okay, well, they good now, so we don't have to watch them no more. That's all they're doing this for. It's a means to an end. That's it.
They got to knock Lawrence off the board to do what they got to do. Tamika, how you feel about them trying to, put old boy on the wall, and how you feel about Commander Sleazy?
Y'all know that I want Commander Sleazy to go. I want it definitely to be slow. I want us to drag him by a bus, car, train, take turns every day, shame, and whip him, and then, stop, hang him up for a minute, then put him back down. Like, yeah, he need to be all around and through there, and tortured.
It's like the beating that Abby gave Joel on The Last of Us is what she need to give.
Yes, absolutely.
Joel didn't deserve that. This one did.
Yes. Oh man. But yeah, EJ, pretty much summed it up correctly. That's all the things I've been feeling and saying she was preaching. Lawrence, he just needed to see it, because I knew, you knew, everybody that was watching knew that they did not give a damn about Lawrence, and they don't have no faith in him, no type of respect for him. It's him, another delusional one that actually thought he was doing something by being like, oh, nobody likes you. Like, we ain't in the schoolyard. Who gives a damn who likes who? At this point, nobody wants you around, Lawrence. Okay, they want off with your damn head. So I love the fact that Janine was like, oh, stay here, look out the damn hole for a minute and see what the hell you gonna see, because you are not a nice man either. You a little bit more tolerable than all of them, but you still trash. And look what they saying about your trash ass. So yeah, I was there for that.
Because you letting them do it. You're hanging out with them, letting them do it. Birds of a feather flock together, and you need to know who your flock is. And he know now. This was a talk that needed to happen, which lets me know that Moira is probably not going to make it, because she'd had a long conversation. But she said, I'm entitled to my trauma. Like Jezebel's was like, this is a terrible place. And I get to feel the pain that I went through from this, and I get to be angry about it, and I get to want to do something about it. I get to want to do something. And then another creeper comes in here. All the commanders, I'm about to change the commander's name to the creep squad, because that's all they are, a bunch of creeps. And they said, not this time. Nope, we's free. That's like trying to put a slave back into slavery. When we're no, I'm a free man now. We're not gonna do that. They took him out with a telephone cord and double teamed him the best way that they could. They should have fought a lot harder, because he was doing pretty good for this to be a 2-on-1. He was getting the best of him for a second. I wish they would have fought a lot harder. But I'm glad that Mora and June had this conversation. Like, we're both traumatized. We were both assaulted. We both want to help people. Okay. And let's start with helping ourselves. And I didn't know we was catching a body today, but hello, here we are. EJ.
Girl, I was like, it's about time we have this conversation, because Mora has been getting frustrated with June for a minute. And June has been living in this world where thinking like the handmaids were the worst thing that could happen to people. No, go out there to them doggone colonies where these people is out here dying a slow and painful death, working from sun up to sundown. Like, it is far worse jobs than handmaids. Now, while they all have their own trauma, I feel like June has made it upon herself to think that they literally have had it the absolute worst. And I'm just like, no, Mora went through something too. You also have to remember that Mora is a woman who was a gay woman who has been forced to do something that she doesn't want.
Exactly. A gender
That's
that
crazy
she's
to
not
me.
interested in. Exactly. Even more
That's even more
traumatizing.
traumatizing. Exactly. That's far more traumatizing. So I was like, why are we like going trauma for trauma? But for June, for me, it was just the audacity of June. And this is where she irritates me sometimes, because she feels like first of all, she feels like she's the only one that can do anything, but it's always about her pain and about June. And for the longest, Mora has let it been like that. And she's kind of just stepped back and tried to be there for June. Even when June came to when she made it over there to Canada, she just stepped back and kind of let June have her moment, I guess we would say, because she was acting out all the time. She was working my nerves. You're talking about somebody who was back and forth with June. She was getting on my nerves. But I just thought it needed to be said. Like, it's about time that Mora finally speaks her mind. Like, shoot, I have my own trauma and I want to help too. And I'm not mad at that, but I'm glad that they're good enough friends to where they can have that conversation and then bring it back and realize, okay, good. I can't stand you right now, but I still love you. And that's what friendship is about at the end of the day, being able to say it and still love them.
That was some good conflict resolution right there. Tamika,
Absolutely.
how you feel about June and Moira finally having this deep conversation and them having a double team to drop a body together? That's teamwork.
I definitely think it was much needed. I don't know if we should have been having it here now when we supposed to be hurrying up and get the hell up out of here, but that's how it worked out, I guess. At first I was like, not us comparing the damn traumas, but then I felt more and I just feel like it was overdue and it needed to be said. And what better time and place than right now before this creep came in. Oh, I was so nervous for her, y'all. I was like, please, no, I know this ain't about to go down like this, not in here, not now. Like, oh, we don't need this trauma. I was so happy that they was able to double team him. I really wanted him to get something even more worse, but we on a time limit, so we can't be in here all day for him. We had to pack him up, swiftly and professionally, quick, fast, and in a hurry. But yeah, because I was ready to jump through my TV on him. I said, no, we not about to watch her get attacked.
Because the audacity. And then the thing is, like, how much of a creep are you? You're already at Jezebel's with the old handmaids who are already doing that. Why are you after the Martha? These people here, straight up creeps. Now, y'all, I said, I know you lying. Because I know damn well we're proposing already. Already, you don't. You don't even know this woman like that, and she don't know you. Okay. Has it been a week? 2 weeks?
Girl.
We just throwing out a proposal? Just put y'all name on the building together to make it seem like, and her name probably ain't going on a damn building. It's just like, I want to show you how powerful that we can be together, me and you. And you and me. The last time somebody said me and you and me is when Louis said that to Claudia, and what happened?
Yep. Yep.
It was a whole ass lie. I said, I don't believe nothing coming from his mouth at all. And Serena, you stupid. Because you know this is a high commander. And you're fertile. Oh, is it Tamika? Are we not seeing it?
Yeah, he see it. He knows Serena. He know what to say. He know what she want to hear. He know the buttons to push, and he playing her like a damn fiddle. He playing the game he's supposed to play. I'm not even mad at it. Like this man already from the beginning. He done tracked her ass down, and he was like, "Yep, this is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna take me about a week. Okay, we're gonna have some cake and some ice cream in between. We're gonna do a little twirl." In the middle of the street, and then she gonna be my wife, and I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do to her. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Serena. Go ahead, girl. Mm-mm-mm. It's a setup. It's a whole setup. Nothing about this man is what it seems.
It's a setup. This is love bombing at its finest. This is a high commander. Do you really think he's gonna let some? You really think he's gonna let some woman tell him what?
And every excuse she was
have any
given,
sense
I
though?
need to be able to write. I need to be able to be here. I need to be able to. He was like, yeah. Whatever you say, right? We gonna do that.
She's finna be a trophy and a handmaid, nothing more, nothing less. Period.
I see it.
EJ, how you feel about this proposal and him saying, "I don't mind being stepdaddy, because we're gonna give him some babies, some brothers and sisters." Okay. I
A
said, "Oh, this is
whole
not gonna be good."
hallelujah hot mess, girl. Like when he said
Barefoot
that,
and pregnant.
that part. That's all I heard when he said that. I was like, Serena, now I know you smarter than this because you gonna give me a proposal, but we already going straight. First of all, we done got to this proposal quick, fast, and in a hurry. But now we also getting to the kids, giving them brothers and sisters when we know we in a climate of a world where the birth rate has, all but dwindled. That's why we're even here. That was the problem, right? That they needed to solve. And so the first thing you talk about is kids. And I'm just like, Sabrina, you don't see what's happening here, ma'am. Like, you don't read what he put down. Like, he is going to definitely do that thing where he gives you everything and make you feel like you're going to be able to do all of these things. But as soon as you get under that man's thumb, as soon as you become his wife, you are going to become his property. Because in Gilead, that's exactly what it is. And she's talking about, I can't go here, I can't go there. Ma'am, listen, it don't matter where you go, because at this point they are about to take back over. They're about to make everything Gilead, and when everything turns back to Gilead, and I don't for one second believe that a high commander like this one right here doesn't know that that's what the real plan is. Doesn't know that Commander Lawrence is, like, they're just letting him do his little plan to get all the people back, yada, yada, yada. I don't think for one second that he is not in on this and that he knows exactly what's about to happen. And knowing that he knows what's about to happen, and the fact that he's feeding Serena Joy this bunch of BS, just, it just further tells me that Serena Joy is just, she's not as smart as I thought she was, that she really just wants this fantasy of, the husband, the wife, this and the power and all of this stuff. But really, she just about to go and be exactly what she was before. And it might even be worse, to be honest. It is what it is. And I just don't have time to have empathy for Serena Joy. I really wish they would just go ahead and off her, but I just feel like Serena Joy will be that person that makes it to the end. Unfortunately, that type of character does make it to the end somehow, some way. But I'll be rooting for her demise the entire time. I'm never forgetting any of the things that she does. Nothing. Fresh on my mind.
Although she acting like she forgot them, though. She done already put it in the past.
Girl.
That's okay though. She finna see. She finished it. She thinks she done got something. Oh boy. She better go talk to
Mhm.
Rose. She better
Gonna
go over there
learn
and
to
talk.
die.
She better go talk to Rose.
Wasn't it you that said that Rose that he did something to Rose? Something happened to her.
I'm telling you, I feel like he probably used to beat Rose mama. She need to go talk to her. I don't. He got some skeletons in his closet. She gonna have to go find out.
Absolutely. That man is the devil with a smile on his face. Uh-uh.
Hmm.
And now that they done dropped this body and they didn't get the map that they needed like they were supposed to. They run into Lawrence and it's like, we got to get the hell up out of here. We got to get out of here. We got to go. And now Lawrence, because he didn't expect them to be there, but now he knows they on his neck. Threw him in the trunk. Now, because Lawrence is also sleazy, I don't know if he's going to use them to save his own ass, or is he going to say, all right, how can I help Mayday? Like, do you think that he's now going to say, you know what, whatever y'all need, I will help y'all? Or is he going to use June and Moira to gain brownie points from Commander Creep Squad? EJ, what you think?
So part of me still wants to believe that Lawrence still has this thing where he wants to help June because for whatever reason, she has this heavy, thick plot armor, super duper main character energy, and everybody wants to help her, even though realistically they shouldn't want to help her because it goes against the grain. Because if you really got rid of her, you really would you probably would break a lot of people's hearts and joy and spirits, and it is what it is. But with that being said, I think that Commander Lawrence is going to want to. I don't think he's going to use. I don't think he's going to use them. I think that he knows that this is a losing cause, and that he's either going to have to jump ship and try to do something to really get things back to where they need to be. I don't think that he thinks that there's a world where he can ever be within this group of guys, because what his vision is not their vision. At the end of the day, he don't participate really in most of these shenanigans, but he does, but he doesn't, if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the more heinous stuff he don't really participate in, but he still sits back and watches it and allows it. I think that at this point, he knows that this is a no win for him. He's literally going to be on the wall. I don't think him handing June or Mara over will save his life at this point. I think that his life is saved by helping them. I think that's more. I think I would put my money more so on that side. Let me do this instead of going this route, because these dudes want to take me out. Let me get rid of them, and they want to take them out. So let me help them take them out. If anything, that's what I would do. I'm taking you out now that I know you want to take me out. And since I got these people over here who believe that I will help them, I'm gonna use them for the cause and get rid of y'all instead of y'all getting rid of me. Now I would do something like that.
Exactly. If Lawrence, Nick, and Aunt Lydia team up, they could
Mm-hmm.
do some damage. They could help Mayday so much, but they all delusional and they
Girl.
not working together like they supposed to. Tamika, what do you think Lawrence is gonna do next?
Yeah, I would almost say I'm split down the middle 50-50, but I think it makes more sense. Like, even if he turned June and them over, does that push it back or prolong it a little bit? It doesn't change anything because they still feel the way that they feel about him and they still want to do what they want to do. I mean, they could trick him and make him think like, oh, this is so great. Yeah, you brought them over, and he could get thrown right with their asses too. So I think it makes more sense the way that EJ is saying it, like it benefits him more actually to help them. We don't know if he's gonna do that now because he ain't got no backbone, like no type of spine. This man just, I don't even know what to say about Lawrence. I wish he would stand up. I wish he would join in, him and Lydia, like you said, and Nick could join forces and do something, but I just don't feel like any of them have it in them to do it. Like they flip flop too much. They half in and half out. We want to complain about this, but we still want to be in it and act like we don't see, nothing to see here type of energy. So I was just like, okay, we're gonna see what's gonna happen now. Where they gonna be hiding out? How they gonna get out of this one? Because we
Uh,
just had to conveniently have him be the one to drive up. And then it was funny too when she walked past him and he bent down to like help whatever, and he looked back like, wait a minute, I know that ain't who I think it
ex-
is.
and we literally ended on the cliffhanger. They literally ended off with the car speeding off, and that's all we heard at the end of the episode
Mm-hmm.
was just the sounds of the car and on the highway. Luke, stay your ass home next time.
That part.
Cause
Okay.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't come. What was it that called Melissa hit next? Don't come. Do not
Mm-hmm.
come. You did not help at all. Like he literally act like he didn't know how to improvise on the spot. He's just standing there like, well, because what they had said and we got to do. I would have punched you too, because at that point I feel like you didn't. You. This is not your ministry. Luke, stay home
Mm-hmm.
next time. And Serena, watch her go ahead and go on and plan this little wedding with Commander Wharton, thinking that she's about to be the queen of New Bethlehem. But Aunt Lydia tried to tell you that's what that man wanted. And she's also trying to tell you that if you are going to be the wife of a high commander, what you think you about to do is not going to be it. It's going to be about what he wants you to do.
Yep.
Your autonomy is gone.
Yep.
But again, her being delusional, thinking, oh yeah, this is the high commander. I'm gonna have a real power. He's even more powerful than Fred. And I'm about to be able to do this, and this, and he's gonna let me do this, and he would never cut off my finger. He's gonna do something probably worse, way worse. Tamika, what do you think is next?
Yeah, I absolutely think this commander is going to be worse. And to be honest, I'm gonna love every minute of it. When especially when it comes down to Sabrina getting something, I'm tired of her getting it. I'm like, I just want to see the egg on her damn face when it clicks for her. Oh shit, what did I just do? Okay, what did I get myself into? Luke, we definitely need you to stay home. We've been saying this, and you don't want to listen to us. You are hard headed, but I think Luke is gonna sacrifice himself anyway. So I'm just waiting for the moment when he does it. I don't know if I want it to come fast or slow. At this point, I don't know if you can say it's slow because we 5 episodes in. So there's that.
Cause he finna mess around and find out. He think this
Mm-hmm.
is a game. You are ill prepared for this, sir. You are
Yeah.
not prepared. EJ,
And more than likely, he's gonna like jump, and be ready to go since Mara and June is missing.
Mm. I honestly think it's going to be something a little more poetic. I think he's going to get so close to Hannah, and
Yeah.
I think they're going to get through this. Like they're gonna figure out that he somehow June is going to get a message to let him know that they out,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they're going to scathe this. But I think that his is going to have something to do with Hannah. I think that that's where his unalivement will come in, and he'll get close enough, because that's been his mission, right? Like
Yeah.
I want to try to, like, I want to go after Hannah too. I don't want to be the person that didn't try, I'm putting words in his mouth, but y'all know what I mean. Like, he feels like he needs to do this, but I think that he's going to get so close, but he's not going to get close enough. And I think that he is going to risk his life in order to save her life. I don't know if it's going to be hers or June's, but I feel like it's going to be Hannah's. I don't know if it's going to be like a family affair where they get close, but I'm feeling like it's going to be more so something that's just more focused in on him. We've already seen June go through this too many times already. I don't think that that would be the play. I think the play would be to now let's see Luke go through this to kind of reflect back on what June told him. Like, there is a very real possibility that we do all of this and we don't get close to Hannah, or we get close and we don't get it, because I've done that before, right? Like, that's what she said to him. So I feel like we're going to see that come full circle. And Serena, I'm just here for the ride with her. I want to see this commander go in on her, and I'm just going to sit back and just be like, girl, I ain't going to have not one single bit of empathy for her at all. And it's sad because I ain't gonna have no empathy for little Noah either. He ain't done nothing to nobody, but I don't care right now because she didn't care about little Angela. She didn't care about little, what she named that baby, Nicole. When she was supposed to be named Holly, she didn't care about none of them kids. Like, so bump her. I'm just ready. I want to see him when he get ready to put her down in her place. He might not cut that finger off, girl, but he definitely gonna do something that's real diabolical, and I'm gonna be here for him. Be like, yep, that's what you get.
Oh yeah. So, soon as she say I do, he gonna morph into Ike Turner,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no doubt about it.
Yep.
But thank you all for joining us this evening, talking Handmaid's Tale. Again, we only have 5 episodes left in this the whole series. Period. So drop down in the comments and let us know what you thought of this episode and what would you like to see coming up. Where is Commander Lawrence taking them? And is he going to make the right decision? Before we get up out of here, let's see what everybody has going on their channel. Tamika, what's going on in the den?
What did we do this week? I talked about Godfather Harlem with Inga. And I'm still trying to work on something for The Last of Us because, that episode was something
I'm
else.
not okay.
I'm definitely not okay. Okay, we got to do a check-in about that. Sometime down the line, keep your notifications on, and I think we're gonna have a night in the Discord where we're gonna be watching The Wiz easing on down the road. Okay, so y'all should come and hang out with us when we do that. I know it's no power this week, but I may pop in and talk about power too and what's been going on and how I've been feeling about that. We'll see. That's it for now. And thank you, ladies, for letting me join y'all to talk about Handmaid's Tale.
Absolutely. EJ, what the TV junkies doing this week?
Oh man, so tomorrow Tikadusha and I are going to be finishing up Ruthless. It's the finale episode, so if you're into that crazy show, then definitely come and hang out with us while we talk about that. And then we just did Never Ever Met on Monday. Shayna and Miss Kira and Candy Love and I, and we did that. That was interesting enough. Those people are crazy and delusional in itself. These real life people delusional. And then we had Candy's birthday live, so that's a good little replay to go back and replay, because when I tell y'all that the shenanigans was real, it was fun. It's trivia, some singing went down. There's a lot of stuff that was happening, so it's definitely a good rewatch. And then since there's no power this Sunday, I'm not doing nothing Sunday. I'm probably just gonna chill and try to make content. I have a lot of stuff set up coming up for my channel. That's going to be coming up like in a month or so. So I'm excited about that. So I'm kind of just low key chilling and just kind of doing a few lives here and there while I get kind of, ready for this new launch of content that I'm excited about. So, but I love doing this with you guys. This has been so fun. I love this show. This show is crazy, but it's been great having conversations with it. I'm kind of sad to see it go in 5 episodes because, for me, it's so new and fresh.
I'm on mute. Yeah, five episodes, y'all, and we wrapping it up. Over here on Slice of Horror, y'all, if you missed it, go check out our Sinners panel that we did Monday. If you all have not seen the movie, go and watch it. EJ, go and see it. Look, put you on blast. I gotta go see it again, because everybody that I know that has already seen it is either already seen it twice or headed back to the theaters anyway. So go and check out that live. We were talking The Last of Us. Like I just said, I'm still not okay about it because y'all didn't warn me. Okay, the gamers knew what was gonna happen, and somehow nobody told me nothing. Okay, so I was ripped to shreds over that, and I'm still mad. And tomorrow I will be doing Godfather of Harlem. Was it this episode 2? Hello, Frank Lucas. So getting that done this week, and yeah, make sure everybody hits like and subscribe on all channels. EJ, you got a question? When's All the Queen's Men coming back?
They haven't set up a release date for it yet, but you never know. You know, BEC Plus, they be on that boo-boo sometimes. They'll just pop something up on you like the week before, and then they'll be like, yep, it's coming back. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know right now, but hopefully soon. Because we need it back.
Well, there you have it. Everyone, y'all have a good evening. Make sure you are subscribed to everyone. Good content on all channels. And we'll be right back here next weekend for more Handmaid's Tale.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a beautiful
Thank you.
wedding. What a
Thank you.
beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
Bridesmaid to wait, but what a shame. What a shame. The poor groom's bride is
Thank you.
a whore. I mean, we haven't you people ever heard of
Thank you.
closing